Andũ aitũ Ngai atuĩkĩte ota mũbira wĩkĩwanja ũrĩa ũthakagwo na mathaa, athaki manoga magaikara thĩ. Andũ aitũ Ngai atuĩkĩte ota mũbira wĩkĩwanja ũrĩa ũthakagwo na mathaa, athaki manoga magaikara thĩ. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Akristiano aingĩ makanitha-inĩ nĩo matuĩkĩte ma-goalkeepers, macagũranagia gũthiĩ igũrũ na gũthiĩ kwa ngoma kanitha-inĩ. Akristiano aingĩ makanitha-inĩ nĩo matuĩkĩte ma-goalkeepers, macagũranagia gũthiĩ igũrũ na gũthiĩ kwa ngoma kanitha-inĩ. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Mũthenya wa kiumia Ngai agocwo, Monday akinya Rũmena na Njuku, Tuesday gũthiĩ ũguo nginya Juma, nĩarogia tunyani ona itharia. Mũthenya wa kiumia Ngai agocwo, Monday akinya Rũmena na Njuku, Tuesday gũthiĩ ũguo nginya Juma, nĩarogia tunyani ona itharia. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Kũhĩta mbũri iria ciũrĩte nĩ ũritũ mũnene mahinda maya, tondũ agũtua cira nĩ maingĩhire, gĩtĩ kĩa Jehova nĩ gĩikarĩirwo. Kũhĩta mbũri iria ciũrĩte nĩ ũritũ mũnene mahinda maya, tondũ agũtua cira nĩ maingĩhire, gĩtĩ kĩa Jehova nĩ gĩikarĩirwo. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Mwĩmenyagĩrĩre imahoya kũigĩrĩrwo moko mena thahu, ndũkae kũgaya irumi ciao handũ ha irathimo ũgae gĩkuũ. Mwĩmenyagĩrĩre imahoya kũigĩrĩrwo moko mena thahu, ndũkae kũgaya irumi ciao handũ ha irathimo ũgae gĩkuũ. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Menyerera kũhoya wĩ wiki, Aefeso 2:18, tũraiga twĩna raini ya gwa Ithe witũ, kũmwĩta nĩ tũhũ gũtirĩ mbeca. Menyerera kũhoya wĩ wiki, Aefeso 2:18, tũraiga twĩna raini ya gwa Ithe witũ, kũmwĩta nĩ tũhũ gũtirĩ mbeca. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ. Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũgũtha ũkaũgũtha, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kũnyita ũkaũnyita, Ngai ti mũbira wenda kwerera ũkerera, na rĩrĩa wanoga ũgaikara thĩ.
Tuko na Njoki courtesy of Bama Diaspora. Leo nilisema lazima nikuje nione kwenye property yangu iko, na let me tell you guys, the weather here is perfect. Perfect weather. You're overlooking Mount Kenya. Na mgoda kwa we haha. Somewhere here very nice, eh? So if you're there and you're looking for somewhere where you want quietness, cool breeze, perfect weather, don't look any further than Bama Diaspora, courtesy of Anne, and you will love it. No, ukikosa kuipenda unicall. I refund you the money.
Muriga adu arata na andu Bama Diaspora guku na kuria nja. Maritwa makwa ni Edward Kamau, turiendia migunda na twendagia na Bama Diaspora na twina broti kuria na Njoki turendia 140. Ungitwenda ndi guku ofici-ini Mountain Mall gorofa ya 3. Namba icio cirahituka hau no uhure na ni ukwerekezwo uria ukuhota gutunyita. Koguo wi karibu muno, riri ni ihinda riaku wigire broti na no urihe kahora kahora tondu broti cieho na ciena title ready. Murathimo.
Mane mulito rata mwe wonaga makonanagia beste niyo makubatithagia magigwitaga maritwa urata wakwa reke nguhe karugano kamuturire uyu wothe ni tondu mane mulito rata mwe wonaga makonanagia beste niyo makubatithagia magigwitaga maritwa maritwa mariko wititwa maritwa mariko wititwa macio mako makirie ndundu cia nduigi kurema riu ikaraga tawe mundu muraganu ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni andu. Maikaraga metereire umarehere cio ici matire moiga cokia wetwo mumaraya kahugura ngingo wone gacira kario gereire noko marenda kugera riria wetwo muici maikaraga metereire umarehere cio ici matire moiga cokia wetwo mumaraya kahugura ngingo wone gacira kario gereire noko marenda kugera. Maritwa mariko wititwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni macio mako makirie ndundu cia nduigi kurema riu ikaraga tawe mundu muraganu ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni andu. Sharirwa nayo ni Ngai waheire tu tigana na laini yakwa magweta kilaize aka mugoroki na maisha mario laikara ni gukombe gupesti talanta yakwa iria ndasharirwo nayo ni Ngai waheire tu tigana na laini yakwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa macio mako makirie ndundu cia nduigi kurema riu ikaraga tawe mundu muraganu ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni maritwa mariko wititwa ni andu. Kiria kimwe na gitiga kwaria twarithia maisha na mbere rora muturire wa mwathani witu Jesu kũnyũrũrio na kũrumwo na twĩkire mũthamaki. Ndũkamakie nĩ andũ kĩrĩndĩ no kĩrĩa kĩmwe na gĩtigatiga kwaria twarithia maica na mbere. Tora mũtũrĩre wa Mwathani witũ Jesu kũnyũrũrio na kũrumwo na twĩkire mũthamaki. Nĩ marĩtwa marĩkũ wĩtĩtwo nĩ andũ? Nĩ marĩtwa marĩkũ wĩtĩtwo nĩ andũ? Macio mako makĩrĩ ndũndũ cia ndũire kũrema, rĩu ũikaraga tawe mũndũ mũraganu. Nĩ marĩtwa marĩkũ wĩtĩtwo nĩ andũ? 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 Macio mako makĩrĩ ndũndũ cia ndũire kũrema, rĩu ũikaraga tawe mũndũ mũraganu. Nĩ marĩtwa marĩkũ wĩtĩtwo nĩ andũ? Nĩ marĩtwa marĩkũ wĩtĩtwo nĩ andũ?
Jehovah.
Hello, everybody. Hi. I'm so sorry for the delay, but delay is not denial, huh? My name is Njoki. I want to inform say asante to Mr. Manager Bwana Oshodo for making sure that this show is live and dialect. And I want to say thank you to my fans, thank you to my family, thank you to my husband. And I want to say thank you to the pastor of this Mutambo, Pastor Nech. Also, Mr. Ivan Asante for the for making this show also successful in one way or the other. And I want to say thank you to my guest for tonight. I see Diana Mawoni, karibu sana. You're so beautiful, girl. So pretty. I see Mr. Ruben Rinka Ink. Oh, shoot, man. Wow, that's a lot. How are you, Mr. Ruben?
I'm very fine, madam.
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming tonight. And thank you, Mawoni. Mawoni is my niece. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm so happy. And I hope we have a very good debate tonight. And tonight's show is about teen debate on parenting. I don't know what kind of parenting you guys have been through, but I want us to debate about parenting. And I want, because what I'm trying to see and what I'm trying to do with the parents, I'm trying to see if the parents quite understand our kids, if we parents do understand our kids, or if you guys, if you the generation that this young generation, if there is a problem that you guys are not understanding us, what's going on? Where are we failing as far as parenting is concerned? So I want to see, because I have been talking to most parents, and they are going through some hardship with the raising of their teenagers, and even some middle-aged kids like 25. They are also having, we are having problems with that age. And I want to see where we are falling short of parenting, or is it you guys that are having a problem? Because I even talked to my own daughter, and she said, Mom, you need to understand that man has evolved, or has evolved. You need to understand that man has evolved. So I want to hear from not just my daughter, not just my relatives. I want to hear from you guys. What is going on? Mnataka tuongee Swahili ama mnataka tuongee English ama Kikuyu, whichever.
Kiswahili na English.
Any can do
it. Okay, let's start. Yeah, let's start with Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben, I want you to be honest. I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23. And how old are you, Mawoni?
I'm 20. I'm 20 years old.
You're 20 years old. Yes, I want to understand because it seems like you guys' generation, are not understanding us, or we are not understanding you. There's a point in time where we are not understanding each other. And when I look back to how I was raised in a family of 9. My mother is still alive, my dad is gone, and from the time I was raised, we used to do chores, a lot of chores at home growing up. I have done a very hard work farming. I have done, taking the cows and the animals to go, and I have done all kind of work. And house chores, I have cleaned the house, I have cooked since I was like 9 years old. And I want to understand, what is it so hard that we are not understanding? What do you guys see in us that seems to be a little bit off when we are raising you guys? Let me start with Ben.
Okay, mi na feel time management ya parents towards us ni mbaya sana. Cause seme most of the time parents wanafikiria tu kivyao, wataki ku engage na feelings zetu and vitu zenye huwa tunadu, umeona? So like unafanya kitu, mama yako atajua, anaonanga tu like umekuja umebai simu, umekuja umebai hii, hadi akui concern na like hizi umetoa wapi, umeona? So sometimes tuna feeling tu ni sawa, ache kwetu venye itakuwa. So like atufeel ile love ya parents. Sawa. That's why unapatanga most of us tunaingia kwa drugs nini juu mama alishatuachilia, dada yuko maybe. So tuna feeling like parents time management yao kwetu iko chini mbaya. Wache kujifikiria wenyewe na maybe the little us nini watu wanatufuata nyuma. So watu angalie sana pia, wala kutu understand like seme mimi nafanya na dance, umeona? So mama anaonanga tu natoka usiku naenda, andulizi unaenda wapi? Na kuja asubuhi niliona umetoka kazi. Nimeona umetoka kazi, umeleta nini? So like mama tu kuniuliza jana nilienda wapi, nimelala aje, lakini unataka do, umeona? So like parents wako fair.
Do you think when you say that you feel like the parents are not understanding your feelings, do you feel like probably do you feel like they love you in the first place? Do you feel like you are loved by your parents?
No, but sometimes you do, because they always give you some food maybe, but advice ni ngumu sana. Jia nafikiria tu about job. Akikuja mama ukimwambia nimechoka, sina hiyo time, tutaongea kesho, umeona? Like guys kakupatia time mkae naye chini ya understand poa vitu kama hizo.
Na huoni kama parents zako saa zingine they are also exhausted, they are also frustrated because they are trying to bring food on the table, and so and sometimes because you guys age are so quick to talk back to the parents, because how I was raised in a way that you could not talk back to your parents. You would be quickly whooped, or you would not even think about talking back. It was not even you are not even allowed. How kukubalishwa kuongelea mzazi njia yoyote, just anyhow. Na siku hizi watoto wa siku hizi ni so easy kuongelesha mzazi in any kind of way. Do you think saa zingine, thank you Silas, thank you Pastor Silas, do you think saa zingine ni vile mzazi anaona sitaki kuongelesha huyu mtoto wangu because sitaki maneno machungu yenye atarudisha? Do you think ni hiyo ndio pengine mzazi wako hataki kukuongelesha, hataki kuuliza umeenda wapi juu utakuwa rude, na badala ya kama mimi saa zingine I find it hard to tell my kids exactly how I'm feeling, because I don't want, sometimes it's hard for me to accept that they will talk back to me, because that's very hurtful for mzazi kusikia mtoto amemrudishia vibaya. Hiyo ni kitu inatuumanga sana, inakaa hapo sana. Kwa hivyo do you think wazazi wako saa zingine ni vile wanaogopa vile utarudisha, kwa hivyo unatoka tu na wanakuangalia tu umetoka umerudi na hawakuulizi mahali umeenda?
I think before mtu akwe na mzazi, there's connection between two people. So kuna kitu umeongelea sijui nini, but mimi na feeling hii hata how busy you are, you can create 2 minutes for your kid, dakika mbili, mwambie uko aje nini vitu tu mbili. Obviously there is no one mtu mwenye atakuja tu unaweza muuliza hi akwambie unataka aje, like lazima atataka kujua mbona umemwambia, si ndio? So mimi na feeling parents jo wa create 2 time for us. Waki-create your time hadi ile love na bond itarudi fiti. Utawaiona watu wakitumia drugs, umeona? Mtu yeye ana drop off kwa shule juu amela kile love ya mzazi.
Okay, nikuulize.
Umeona mtu mwenye anamguide,
Nikuulize, for instance hapa wazazi, because of the cost of living is very high, wazazi they are forced to work 1 or 2 jobs. Kuna wengine wanaenda job wanalala mahali wameandikwa, wanakaa huko kama siku 5 siku 7. How do you think your parents should do it? Wafanye nini ndio waweze kulipa hiyo nyumba, kuweka hiyo chakula? Wako na watoto wengine nyuma wanasoma, ndio walipie school fees. Wafanye nini ndio waweze kuwapatia more time?
Niko sure there's no one mwenye work like 24/7 that day and night. Hakuna. Sijawahi ona. Lazima kuwe na ile time off. So lazima ukiwa off like unaniita tu, Ruben kuja na tujue rather 1 2 3 ndio everything endelee poa. Hadi mimi unajua mimi kwanza nimelelewa na my mom peke yake, si ndio? So ule mama yangu ameni-understand sana, anajua Ruben utaka nini. Jo create ile time tunakaa tunaongea, umeona? Despite hata niko mbali naye but hadi sasa before ningeole na amenipigia simu, Ruben umeamka uko aje, umeona? Like hiyo love na feel mama yangu ananipenda.
Let me ask you a question, a genuine question, not to be harsh on you. Do you think do you think your mom, now that I understand you come from a single mom family, do you think that you can give the same token to your mom? Like instead of you expecting your mom to come to you and ask you, hey Ruben, how are you doing? Ruben, umelalaje? Do you think you can do the same to your mom?
Yeah, sure. I can. Yeah.
Because even as parents, sometimes we are feeling like the love from our kids is not there. We only feel like we only exist when you're using us, when you're like, wakati unataka pesa ya simu, pesa ya credit, pesa ya hii, pesa ya kukula nje, ndio sasa hiyo ndio unakuwa mnice sana, unakuja in a sly way. Tumefika mahali tukafeel, kwani huyu mtoto ananichukuliaje? Huyu mtoto amenichukulia kama mimi ni boss, you know? Nafagia, na clean, na pika. Huyu mtoto ameenda kuhang na marafiki zake na huko anataka tu kuja home kukula, anataka tu kuja home kwa clean house na hawezi saidia. Tumefika mahali tukafikiria kama hamna love yetu. How should we relate with you guys on this? Wewe Ruben bado malizia, Mawoni tutaenda yake. Yes. Yeah, I hear you, Miss Pastor Silas. We are not understanding each other. It seems like Ruben has disappeared a little bit. So let's go back to you, Mawoni. Mawoni, do you think there is something missing with the teenagers also, or your generation, that we are probably, you guys are not understanding us, or we are not understanding each other? What do you take of this?
Okay, first of all, I feel honored to be part of this show today.
Yes.
And thank you so much, madam, for having me.
You're
My
welcome.
name is Diana Mawoni, and I'm 20 years old. I'm a journalist, and
Yes.
what I'd like to say is that I understand that you said the understanding is low between the parents and the kids, and not to just call them kids, teenagers, right?
Yes.
There's a family disconnect. Now, a disconnect always happens when one party or both parties don't want to go to arrive at a mutual understanding. And what I'd like to say is that this niche is caused by you know, you come from a different generation, and now we are in a different generation where uh, children have a voice, and that there is the internet. So, and people find it very necessary to go and look for the advice um, in the internet, rather than during your times when you used to face problems. You used to go to your grandmother, ask for advice. You used to go to your parents and tell them, okay, first of all, what I understand from my mom is that you guys couldn't face your parents and tell them, you know what, I'm not okay with you treating me like this. I'm not okay with doing these chores, and I'm not gonna do them. You know. But
Yes.
these days, you're finding teenagers are becoming so bold and so, I don't know, I don't want to call it foolish because it is. Um, when you face your mother and you tell them, you know what, I'm not gonna help you, of which you don't understand what they go through, and also that subsequently goes to how you guys need find this need to shower us with, let's say, money to just let's say what did Ruben say, you guys don't have time for us. This is what happens when you guys find you don't have time for us. You say, I saw unataka simu, right? Ndo hii pesa. That is no way to deal with it. So this niche is being caused by, first of all, miscommunication
Lack of
and other sources that teenagers are finding to air out their, maybe, what, let's
trust.
say, yeah, their frustrations. And another thing I'd like to add is comparison. Oh my God, comparison is the thief of joy. And this is what you guys do. You say, you're going to do your exams. I'd like you to perform like that one. Like, why aren't you dressing like that one? You know?
You just
Yeah,
focus on me on
comparison.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You just focus on me.
Mm-hmm. Do
Yes.
not compare your kids. Do not compare your kids, because they're gonna live a fake life.
Yes.
And in 2019, 2020, I found the suicide rate of the youth is increasing, because from the teenage is the background of, let's say, the foundation of a youth. And by the time mtu anamaliza university, a person is built in lies, just lies, 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 because you guys have forced this person to do a certain course, you know, due to comparison. When you compare your kid, even you as a person, you can tell me, when you're compared to another person, you're gonna feel the need to overachieve, and that is just
And that's
going to mess you
depressing.
up. So by the time you guys are finding out, you know, the damage is already done, you know. Yeah, so I think that's the major, one of the most things that causes this disconnect and this niche. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to ask you a question because now I hear you, and one of the points that you just raised is about comparison, because I have gone through comparison with my kids, and most of the time I'll be mentioning this kid that is doing so well, that is excelling, that
yeah,
in good in you're like trying to mold your kids to be the same. And I
mm-hmm,
have heard over and over, stop comparing me. That is the worst thing you can ever do. And now
mm-hmm,
I'm hearing it from you. So I know that is something that kills you guys, kills your morale. And
yeah,
I am just praying and hoping that each and every parent that is gonna watch this is gonna run something from you, that we should not compare. The
yeah,
other, yeah, the other thing, that one is a point. The other thing that I would like to know, because I know Ruben mentioned about time, that we
mm-hmm,
parents are lacking time for you guys, and so because of lack of time, you are engaging in some behaviors that you shouldn't be engaging, because you are gone, you are living out of the house, you don't feel like your parent care. They never even ask where you're going. When you come in, they never even ask you where were you or good morning. Do you think that this generation is becoming so selfish, or is selfish in a way that It is me, me, me. I should be thought about. Your parent is stepped out the same way. They have gone to work, they have come back, or whatever else they have gone to learn. And then yeah, they come back. You guys never even call to see, oh, mom, where are you? Are you okay? But when you guys are out, you expect your mom to call you and see whether you're okay. Don't you think we parents also want to be seeing some love from you, genuine love, not when you're just coming to tell me, oh, I broke my cell phone and I would like to replace it. Oh, I need some credit because I'm doing this project and na. You know, don't you think that we would also want to feel like our kids are loving on us the same way? What do you take on this?
All right.
Okay.
Now, I think, Ruben, you'll take it.
Yeah, and then you can,
Just continue.
yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're not being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
We're just finding different ways to act rebellious, to be
Mm-hmm.
heard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys say something like, you want to be loved, you want to feel that love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I personally do that. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about you guys. I personally call my mom whenever in Africa, maybe 11, and I'm at her place and
Mm-hmm.
namuliza umefika wapi. Yeah, I personally do that. But I
Mm-hmm.
understand that a lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I've
Mm-hmm.
found this relationship with my mother that
Mm-hmm.
we're sort of best friends. I can
Mm-hmm.
go and tell her, I have so much stuff to tell you from my class,
Mm-hmm.
and I won't hide it from her. You know why?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My mom has never been like, why are you behaving like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like that rage. You see,
Mm-hmm.
that rage that you maybe go to your kid and you show them that rage, they're gonna end
Mm-hmm.
up fearing you and also secluding you from the rest of their social life, and that is
Mm-hmm.
why they feel the need of not actually telling you this. And another thing I'd like to touch on is the
Mm-hmm.
Western culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah,
Yes.
you
Mm-hmm.
see, the Western culture,
Mm-hmm.
due to the uprise of Netflix and movies
Mm-hmm.
and the internet in general,
Mm-hmm.
people are finding, you know what, these kids, they're acting like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I act like that? And
Mm-hmm.
you guys are becoming weak, let's say weak, because
Mm-hmm.
African parents are known for the whooping. Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes.
can never look at my mother and tell her, you know what, I'll call
Yeah.
her a certain name and I
Uh-huh.
expect no whooping. No, I
Yes.
come
Mm-hmm.
from a very disciplined mother, and
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that. And that
Yeah.
is why I'm saying this. You guys have, okay, from an early age, you
Mm-hmm.
guys are finding it, let's say, it's an abuse to
Mm-hmm.
actually discipline your child, of which
Mm-hmm.
it's not, and we're
Mm-hmm.
losing touch of our African culture, if I
Mm-hmm.
may say,
Yes.
because you're finding it. Let me not do this because I found this book. Let me read this book on better parenting and what's not, rather than going to your, let's say, mother-in-law, or let's say
Mm-hmm.
mother
Mm-hmm.
from that kijiji, and tell her, my daughter is behaving like this. What do I do about it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding it very bad. Also, let me throw the ball to us youths. It's
Mm-hmm.
so bad. It's
Yes.
so bad for you not to check on your parent. To
Mm-hmm.
actually check on your parents when you need money or
Mm-hmm.
do that, that is use. I
Yes.
don't support it. That is
Mm-hmm.
using. And
Yes.
I believe you're supposed to show your love and affection for your parents,
Mm-hmm.
because you have nothing else. You don't owe anyone else your success or
Mm-hmm.
whatever you have achieved, rather than your parents. You see,
Mm-hmm.
Ruben is a dancer, from what I understand, and
Yeah.
I know, even growing in that home, even as the mom looks at Ruben get out, deep down she knows,
Mm-hmm.
wow, my kid is going to hustle. I'm proud,
Mm-hmm.
even if hawatatuambia. And this
Yeah.
is another thing I'd like to tell you. I was
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation with my mother another day. I was quite sick, and I sat on my bed, and I told her, you know what, I love you and I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, what? I
Mm-hmm.
could tell that she was
Wow.
surprised, because
Yes.
even her friends are like,
Yeah.
as in they don't sit with their children and talk
Mhm.
about these things, of which this
Mhm.
is wrong. This is
Yeah.
wrong.
Mhm.
As you know, in Njoki,
Mhm.
you should be able to sit down with your child
Mhm.
in the morning and tell them you're
Yes.
going to school. Okay, be
Mhm.
safe. I love you. May God bless you and stuff
Mhm.
like that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Rather than telling them uko wapi, umefika wapi.
Mm.
That is
Mm.
wrong. The
Mm.
language of love. So
Mm.
yeah, there is selfishness in the teenagers and the
Mm.
youths in general, but
Mhm.
we need to speak the language of love, understanding, and so on and
Mhm.
so forth. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask
Mm.
you. I see, and
Okay, a minute, please.
okay,
So
go ahead.
there's this question I wanted to ask you, okay?
Yes,
So what do you think is the reason why girls get pregnant easily nowadays?
because they are looking for fatherly love somewhere else.
Good, okay.
I
Not only
disagree.
fatherly.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
What's causing it, Modoni? Let's hear from you.
Mislead. You
Mm.
see, there's a difference. You see,
Mhm.
people say pregnancy, teenage
Mhm.
pregnancy,
Mhm.
but I was reading about it, I was researching about it, but the abuse,
Mhm.
what do I call it? The abuse that you see, I find people in relationships and
Mhm.
they're young people, 22,
Mhm.
20, and they're in abusive relationships. So that is what I would blame to fatherly love and what's not.
Mhm.
But pregnancy, no.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
the communication. Parents are not open with their
Mhm.
children. They have
Mhm.
embraced everything in the Western culture,
Mhm.
everything else
Mhm.
but sex talks. You know,
Mhm.
you should be able to talk to your child, make
Mhm.
them know this is the way forward, this is what I want you to do, and you
Mhm.
shouldn't behave like this. You know,
Mhm.
there's something my mother that is so helpful to me that she always says when I am going maybe to see a movie with my friends and I'm like, Mom, I'm going out and I'm leaving, you know,
Mhm.
she's like, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Hivyo
I
tu.
do that.
She's not like, ati, Diana, don't do this, don't do that. Don't speak like that. I
Yeah.
think that is the reason for these pregnancies and what's not. Yeah.
Mm. Ruben,
Okay.
thank you, Modoni. Back
Continue.
to Ruben. What do you think? What do you think the cause of pregnancy is? Personally, I think probably it's lack of fatherly love, and also the girls are looking for these. They are looking for these older men that provide for them because they are hungry of money.
Mm.
No, okay. So me who feel like
Mm.
love, love your mom. So
Mm-hmm.
like mam unatoka mahali maybe ama umekuja ukamwambia mam nini nini, ashaanza kuambia oh umetoka kuolewa nini like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So seme hiyo kitu ime happen to my sisters like
Mm-hmm.
nikiangalia so like nakuwa sasa
Mm-hmm.
so mtu anaonelea hii yenye imezoea imeendelea sana so let me try this, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
unapata ameenda then ule boy amemwonyesha love yenyewe mapenzi serious
Mm-hmm.
hadi ana feel jo huyu jamaa anani deserve, umeona. So at
Mm-hmm.
the end unapata amepewa ball vitu kaa hizo then ameachwa, so na
Mm-hmm.
narudi kwa parents like enyewe nimelemewa, umeona.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
mi na feel parents wakiwa na time na wakituonyesha ile love,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way tutaran kwa drugs, pregnancy na stuff like kuangalia vitu zingine zenye hazifai online, umeona. Like sisi teenagers tuko so interested in online things like
Mm-hmm.
tunataka tukue like those wazungus azi tunawaangalia sana hizo vitu
Mm-hmm.
wanadundo, si pia si tufanye hiyo. Ndio
Yeah.
inaled kwa yani hatupatani na parents zetu, then parents
Mm.
zetu wakituongelesha watuambie vitu kaa hizi ukua, I'm sure yes tutataka kuangalia but tutakuwa like mama aliniambia hii kitu,
Mm. You want
umeona.
to explore on
So
your own.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay,
Yes.
I think
Mm-hmm.
he
Let
has
me.
mentioned
Yeah.
he has mentioned pregnancy and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd want to say that they're using these kids,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say these pregnancies, as leverage. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
see, why leverage
Mm-hmm.
is for security, and this
Yes.
is for all the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And you're finding a person anatumia a young girl anatumia let's say you have mentioned the thing of sponsors and whatnot.
My sugar daddy.
If I, yes, okay. Now this is why they're using that thing to actually tell them, if you don't give me all these things that I need, it's a shortcut. I have your child, and this will happen, and subsequently that happens to also the young people, the young guys, as Ruben will attest to this. Maybe it has happened to a brother, and a friend maybe. Now this is why they're telling them, you see, if you break up with me, I'm pregnant, it's your child. And I've seen a lot of marriages that are born from this pregnancy thing, of which it's very wrong. Yes.
Okay. Yes, let me read one of the comment here from Pastor Silas. During adolescence, brain development is promoted when parents act as a safety net, guide and support while allowing teens to make and carry out their own decisions. Doing things for teens or telling them the answers conveys a lack of confidence in them and limits opportunities for developing skills. So with that, I'm just wondering if Pastor Silas is saying then it's okay for kids to go on Google, go on Instagram, go on Snapchat and see what other kids are doing and learn from them. That is one of the questions that is one of the questions that I would like to clarify from him. And then he says it's key and important for parents to take time for their kids and affirm them always. Okay. My biggest question is, I know time. I know. Okay, let me say, for instance, like Mr. Ruben, if you come from a single household, a single parent family,
sure.
if your mom, let's say, for example, would find an opportunity to go abroad or to go to whichever abroad, Dubai, Qatar, whatever, US, UK, to look for better pastures, greener pastures. Would you say that she has abandoned you? Because I have seen most of the, I have seen people kind of trash the parents that have been going out of country to look for greener pastures for betterment of their family. Do you think do you think you would say they have abandoned you since the time is not being spent?
Do you know what we are doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
You are showing us love.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So, in consider the things you have said, mama
Yes.
anafai kuwa like venye wewe unafanya sahi.
Mm-hmm.
Umeona?
Yes.
Like anajua kutumia smartphone vitu kaa hizo. So,
Mm-hmm.
like hadi akienda job, hiyo ni kitu inaeleweka, but lazima kuwa na
Yeah.
communication. Mama ako mbali, lazima nijue anafanya nini huko, umeona? Mam,
Yeah.
leo amekula nini? Mam,
Mm-hmm.
leo umekula nini? Umeona? Ati mimi
Mm-hmm.
nimekula hii. Ziko onja aje vitu kaa hizo. Hadi mama atafeel ile love.
Mm-hmm.
So there's communication. Sawa?
Mm-hmm.
Communication is the key to everything.
Yes.
Kama kuna communication, there's no anything.
Okay. Do you think with communication and time away from each other would make a difference, or still you need their time? Yeah. Are you talking about physical time, or even communication is time for you?
Communication is time.
Okay.
The
Get
best thing for me.
Got you.
Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, cause hadi saa hii
Mm-hmm.
tunaongea.
Okay.
I feel that love. I feel the
Oh.
connection between us, okay?
Oh, thank
So,
you. Thank you.
yeah.
I'm happy to have you.
I'm so
I don't know
glad
why.
too.
I don't know why Mr. Oshiodo never put you on the dancers with my music when I do the music out there, because I didn't know we have more dancers out there. So I'm hoping to see your moves very soon.
You will, madam.
Yes, I know I cannot catch up with you guys, but well, I need to learn a few.
Yeah, sure, you will. We'll teach you.
Somebody's laughing at me. I can crack a bone.
You'll die.
Yes. So let me ask you, okay, when parents shift their focus to helping teens feel seen, valued, loved, and cared about, this makes teenagers friendlier and more receptive. Okay, yes, I agree. I totally agree, Pastor Silas. My other question is, do you guys do, this question is to Modoni. Do you guys do house chores?
Yes, we do.
How much of house chores do you do in a day?
Now, no, not in a day, because you see, right now we're not all the time at home. But when I'm around, my mother has raised me to know how to do my things and my chores right, and to also like stand as a human, But she hasn't shown me that because I was born, she
Yes.
gets to be
Yes.
lazy. My mom is very active. So this is what we do when I'm home. You see, there is that one day of welcome home. You're a guest now. You sleep.
Yes. Yes. That's
But
right.
you see,
Yeah. Then
I'll be
we are
up.
back.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no, that it's very important actually, because we get tired. We get
Yes.
tired, yes, and we
That's
deserve to
right.
actually sleep, and sleep in, right? But you see, the next day, this is what we do with my mother. If she's not around, and maybe my nephews are coming over, I'll get to cook. I'll get to clean the house. I'll get to do the dishes. Now, there is a very unspoken rule that I find she's tired, right? I know myself she's tired, but I tell myself to do things. She'll never come to you and be like, do this and do that.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Have you seen teenagers? Have you seen kids of your age group that don't do nothing at all?
Of course, and they take advantage of let's say, let me even use my siblings. They'll take advantage of my mom being an active person. You see, if I come from a pair, let's say a family of active women, that even my shosho wakes up early in the morning, and if you're a guest at her place, she's going to even iron for you. That's how she is. But don't take advantage of that. Yes, I know it's very important. It's very important for our parents. You see, once even they retire or once they become old, it's very important for them to do house chores because it keeps them active. It's very important for them to read books because it keeps them active. But it's not good for you to not help out. Yeah.
Okay, there's a
Don't take
question.
advantage.
Thank you. There's a question to Mawoni and Ruben. What kind of a parent do you think you will be?
Okay. Ruben,
Okay,
start.
I think I'll try as much as possible
Uh-huh.
to give my kids the love NSJ pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try to create that time, communication and everything so that they can feel the father's love. Cause me hata sijui babangu anakangaje. So like I will be there for them.
Mm-hmm.
Dad nataka hii, dad twende tunaenda. As in
Yeah.
your love akwe, I can
You're very
sacrifice
close
anything
friends.
for my kids. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, are there times when you feel like you just wanna go out, eat alone, and do you ever sometimes go out there, get some food, just come home and sit down and eat all by yourself
Yeah,
without
sure.
involving your parent?
Yeah, sure. I do live alone.
Oh, you live alone?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't live with your mom anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. What kind of relationship do you have with your mom?
A very strong relationship.
A very strong relationship.
Yeah, she do loves me very much.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And do you feel like she did whatever she could to? She struggled a lot to make sure that you are where you are right now. Do you appreciate that?
Very much. She's very sijui ndaisemaje but
Yeah.
committed towards me.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. And you, Modon, you said a lot about your mom, and I can tell the kind of background you have, and it seems like a very strong background. And I would just wish you the best because I know there's, I know a lot of teenagers that have been going through. Is it very common? Are you guys oversensitive, or what is going on with your life? Because I have seen teenagers that are every little trigger they touch, they're depressed,
No.
Eh,
frustrated, all this. What is
No.
going on in you guys' mind?
Okay, let me first answer your first question.
Yes, yes.
What kind of parent will I be? It all
Mm-hmm,
depends on your personality. You see, my
mm-hmm,
mom is a very calm, cool, and collected person,
mm-hmm.
but I'm not. I'm not.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm a fist on a table type of person, and
Yes.
I'll be exactly that, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I don't tolerate, let's say, what can I use? I don't tolerate just anything. Okay, so I believe I'll be like that, but won't be over strict. I want to be. I will borrow some of the aspects that my mama has taught me. That is to actually build a relationship with your child at an early age, so that even when they find their first crush, they come and tell you, mom, this and this happened, and then you're going to be like, you know what, that's bad, don't do it again. And I actually listen to my mom. And what could you come again? Pardon, your other question.
My other question was, what is going on in your mind that every little thing that you might just feel your mind might just tell you that your parents don't care, the world don't care, and you start getting depressed or you start becoming suicidal. You said the rate of suicide is very high with this age group. What is going on? Is it that you guys are weak in mind, or you guys are just fragile, or what is going on? What is causing that? Because we have been hit, as parents have been hit with hard lives, raising of the children, divorce and all that stuff, and separation and all that stuff. But we still stood. What is going on with you guys' generation that every little thing is a trigger, in a negative way?
All right. Now, I'd like to bring you back to your early years, right? Your mom has told you, don't do this, don't do that. Your father has also told you, don't do. But have you really ever understood why?
Sometimes they explain, sometimes they don't.
Right. Now, you see, what we are doing now is making those exact same mistakes to see what happens. And the repercussions are becoming quite bad, that we are losing even lives. Okay, so mental health is not a case I've actually cracked yet, but we are getting closer and closer every day. But what I'd like to say is that we are using the wrong way to deal with these situations. We're actually doing it from Google, friends, peers, and a lot of people. You see, people are becoming very crazy using serial killers and let's say other artists as maybe inspiration, and then they're going to be like, I'm going to act the way I want to act because this artist is there where she is or he is, and that is wrong. I believe that teenagers, youths should go back to the roots of, mom, what should I do? This is happening to me, what should I do? But to create that ambience and that space for your child to come to you, you must be welcoming. I've noted something with Ruben. As we started, you had asked the same question, if he feels loved, and his answer was no. But now he does feel loved. He knows. Now he understands the mother's language of love. Because sometimes I understand that even my mother is not that she doesn't lash out in anger. Sometimes she does, but I come to my senses and I'm like, yeah, she's also a human. She's stressed too. So let me give her space. Even if I'm upset, I'm just going to give you your space. So there is that aspect of respect and understanding your parents' love language. Yes, because that is very important.
Because I want to, there's one thing that I want to clarify, and I believe most parents will agree with me that our way of love probably may not be like, I may not come to you, Mawoni, every day, Ruben, every day, and tell you, I love you, my son. But things I do to you, and it's a language of love for us. The way I just provide for you, it's a language of love from me to you. But the way I see it, it seems like we need to express the word love and say it loud that I love you. Like almost daily, I need to come and say, I love you, Modoni, I love you, Luben. I need to express that in a different way that you guys will understand. Then I have seen the other thing about teenagers, that most of your age group, they are not caring about anything. They don't care. It seems like the way we even used to feel like about some stuff, like knock on the wood, for example. Let's say if you're HIV positive and people used to hide a lot. The way I see about your age groups, they don't care and they will not hide that they are HIV positive. What is this? Is this something new, or what comes to your mind that you guys are not caring to say or to tell everybody about it? What is going on?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want, first of all, I want to say it's not a sin to
Mm-hmm.
be positive, or, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to be open about it.
Mm-hmm.
But not caring about it is the
Mm-hmm.
problem. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand your question now.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it all goes back to the sourcing of
Mm-hmm.
information when you
Mm-hmm.
need it.
Yes.
You know, if you're
Okay.
not spoken in your head, and you've asked your mom, should I do this, should I do
Mm-hmm.
that, and then she's going to be like, you know what, I've actually seen a very good blogger, just
Mm-hmm.
go and look at that, I think you'll relate, you think
Mm-hmm.
that will help you, and then you go and
Mm-hmm.
then, oh yeah, that will help me.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, we all go back to this music, the
Mm-hmm.
current world, and artists, and you're seeing even a lot of music that relates to us young people. It's just
Mm-hmm.
pure pure
Mm-hmm.
vulgar language, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding, oh really, so I shouldn't care, right? I won't
Yeah.
care. And then
Yeah.
that music is gassing you up and causing you to behave some type of way. So I think it all goes back to the sourcing of information, and also
Mm-hmm.
miscommunication from the parents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see like our time is almost over and we have
Yeah.
about 3 minutes. And I would like you to, Muthoni, to begin with you. I would like you to tell us, the parents, what would you like to see from us, the parents, that would make our relationship more stronger so we can understand you understand us. I want you to tell us, the parents, what you would like to see in us.
Okay, first of all, I'd like you guys to own that
Mm-hmm.
this is your child, this is
Mm-hmm.
what they're interested in, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to support that. That is
Mm-hmm.
very important,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't,
because uh-huh.
Let me interject a little bit. Don't you think the reason why we guide you in like the courses, when we tell you, okay, this is the course that I would like you to take, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we see like our kids have not good choices of the course that you want to take. Some courses will
Okay.
not give you any income, and you kind of, I feel like you guys rebel and just go into
Yes,
the opposite direction,
yes.
right?
Yeah. You see,
Hmm.
I'm the first person to come to maybe a course that involves speaking and
Hmm.
just talking about things,
Hmm.
because my family is all built in, let's say, science and physics and what's not. So
Hmm.
there was quite a debate when
Hmm.
I proposed that this is
Hmm.
what I want to do, and the
Hmm.
ball goes back to the teenagers and the youth. You should
Hmm.
know what you want to do. It's not your parents' job to know
Hmm.
what you have to
Yes.
do in your future.
Hmm.
And now,
Yeah, sure.
you see, it all goes back to how you study us. You should
Hmm.
know your child, because when
Yes.
I addressed this thing, my mom was
Hmm.
like, yeah, actually, she'll do that because I know her
Hmm.
personality. You
Hmm.
know, she can speak, she can
Hmm.
present herself, let her
Hmm.
do that. But
Hmm.
if you know very well your
Hmm.
child can dance, and you're
Hmm.
like, usifanye hivyo, go do
Hmm.
a doctorate mahali sijui,
Hmm.
that is bad,
Hmm.
don't do that. That is bad. It is
Hmm.
bad. So it all goes back to knowing your
Hmm.
child, and
Hmm.
nurturing that, and trust
Hmm.
me, they'll become the best person they can be. And then another thing, time management, you should
Hmm.
know from a young age. Easy
Hmm.
to, they're not supposed to start when we are older, 20 uko. They're
Hmm.
not supposed to start there. They're
Hmm.
supposed to start when you're a kid, and you be like, this is Sunday, we're going out as a family, you're going out, me and you, this is a date, me and you, let's go talk what is going on, right? Yes. So
It should be
time,
good thing. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
time, accept your child the way they are and support them.
Okay.
When we make mistakes, don't make it seem like a death sentence. Yes, be upset. Be upset. It's not wrong. But don't be like, "Sami nitakumaliza," you know? That finishes us before you finish us. You know? That is what happens. We finish ourselves before you
Yes.
finish us. Yes. And then another thing,
Yeah.
invest in us. I understand that so far you've invested in a lot of things, right? Invest in your child. That's the biggest investment you're going to do. And also every day speak life to us. Speak
Yes.
life to us. Hivyo,
Amen.
because you never know what we're going through with our lecturers, our teachers. Maybe kuna huyo lecturer mwenye anakuangalianga and then they're like, you'll never amount to anything, a teacher maybe, you know? And you don't know. You don't know. So if I wake up and you're like, have a good day, usijali, these things happen and it's not, blah blah blah, I'll feel nice.
We
Yeah.
get you. We get you.
Oh,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
also one last thing, very important. I won't go on.
Yes.
Teach your children to pray.
Yes.
That is very important.
Yes. I thank God my kids know how to pray and they actually know more Bible than I do.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, I thank God. Okay, let's before I go to Ruben, let's read about this last Silas comment. Pastor Silas, parents set limits because they do. Parents set limits because they do care. It's important for teenagers to understand that aspect. Today, I appreciate the limits that were set by my parents when I was growing up. That is true. Today, I take pride in how my parents raised me, because if they did not raise me the way they raised me, I would not be the person I am today. And that is what we try to instill in you guys, because having gone through experiences, we parents know better than you do. But you guys, when you rebel, you end up in problems, and then only later you come to realize, oh, mom was my Google. We should first Google before you go on the actual Google online to hear from everybody else. Your parents should be your first Google.
Yes, but you see, as we grow and as we evolve, as this new age comes, you parents should learn to actually evolve with us. You see the limits that were set by your parents and maybe other parents of your generation. The same thing should be applied, but now with the internet. I see our devices have these limits of they should access this and that, do that to your child. That is what should happen.
Thank you, Motomi. Thank you.
Parents should,
You're welcome.
Yes,
should trust their kids.
that's the
Parents
parting
should
shot.
trust their kids.
Uh-huh.
Parents
Yeah, actually trust.
Yeah.
they should trust
Okay.
us and in what we do.
Yes.
So wakitu trust, I feel kila kitu itakuwa sawa juu seme for example mimi I'm a leader in Linkers dance crew. Mimi ndo leader wao mkubwa, so I know najua kila mtu in and out and background zao. So mimi nataka kutumia tu example kwa dem fulani mmoja anaitwa Ryan kwa dance crew yangu. Like mama yake akisianga huyu mtoto ameenda dance, ameenda kwa wanaume.
That's bad. It's really bad. And it's so wrong.
That one I'm a culprit. So you're talking to when you're talking to parents, you're also talking to me, because some of the things you have said, I see myself doing some.
Yeah,
of
you're very motherly. We've already established that.
Yes. So Ruben, are you done with your parting shot?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So tuonyeshe trust kwetu, as in I trust you pale umeenda unafanya kitu ya maana sana. I trust you ukienda hapa utarudi poa. I trust you place unaenda everything itakuwa sawa, utaenda kumisbehave. So some of us parents zetu wanatu push hard kuthink vitu hatufai kufikiria. So like mama najua mtoto wangu akitoka tu hapo vizuri ataenda kudance, but ashajiingizia like anatoka hapa, hii ni aim yake ya kutoka on a boyfriend, like such a things, okay? So hiyo trust yake na mtoi wake hakuna. Sasa unapatanga most of the time sisi wote ma teenagers tuna end up kwa street ku hang out na watu wenye wafai. Umeona? Because tuna feel out wanatupatia hiyo love azin. Yani tunafanya vitu as make sense. So to parents wakikuwa trustworthy kwetu, me I'm very sure everything will be okay. Hadi utakuwa tu wewe mzazi utakuwa na kaivi chuna angalia mtoto wako na smile because atakuwa na think about his future and future mom. Umeona?
Yeah.
Like mimi nakwanga concentrated with this dance of mine Linkas dance school. Mimi najuanga hii lazima tu itatuomosha so naiangalianga kama job like mama natoka hapa naenda job. In fact hata mama yangu nikimwambia naenda sana na usiku job dance hata ndo atanipigia simu umeamka amka sana mbaya enda job. Umeona? Like ashani understand and ani trust. Umeona? So na
Ruben knows that when you're trusted by your parent, it's very hard for you to do something wrong. Very hard. Sure. Actually, I have experienced that. I feel always guilty that my mom wouldn't expect me to do this. Why would I do it?
Yes. Yeah, I see.
So
I see
a lot for cutting you short.
Yeah, it's okay. Ruben, umemaliza?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I see. Because our time is way spent. I'm going to say thank you very much for you guys to come and debate on this. I think we had so much more to say, but we are going to.
Sure.
Yeah. I can tell you, and I'm going to talk to my fellow parents. They can hear me loud and clear that we are going to try to. We are also trying to assimilate to this new generation and understand what is going on, because you guys, I hope you understand, we were raised in a whole different way. So the way we were raised is the way we bring it to you guys. So it is hard for us to just all of a sudden change and come to this new generation. So we are really trying hard, and sometimes we are also stressed and depressed over trying to think how you guys doing things, how you guys understanding things. But I hope we can change and be of help to each other, have a strong family unit, and we pray that we are always going to be there for each other. Also check on your parents. It doesn't hurt to hear a phone call. Hey, mom, how are you doing? Is there anything that you would like me to buy? Would you like a gallon of milk?
True. You don't even have to have much.
Two-way, yeah. So I want us to have a strong relationship and a strong, where you can proudly say, I am happy where I'm coming from. I'm happy to have this kind of family. And with that said, thank you so much, my fans. Thank you, Pastor Silas, and everybody else watching tonight. I want to say thank you. God bless you so much. And we are still selling lads. And thank you guys. Have a good night, and God bless you so much. And I hope
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
it was a pleasure.
Excel. My blessings to you.
Amen.
Yes, and I hope to see you when I visit.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. All right. God bless you so much. Thank you. Mr. Manager, asante sana. God bless you. And my fans and my viewers, my family, everybody, I want to say thank you. God bless you so much. Thank you.
And tell them not to forget to subscribe.
I will. I'll go to that and check it out. Yes, right now.
And subscribe, guys.
And I hope to interview with Mawoni when I come.
Yeah, I will definitely arrest you for that.
I would love to. I'll look for you.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. You too.
Njĩtagwo Mĩrũ wa Irimũ, no andũ manjũĩ wa Kamau. Na reke ngwĩre nyuma kuona mũgũnda na gũkũ Nyanyukie. No reke ndĩmwĩre nĩ inyuĩ mũtũraga mwendete gũkombora. Ũkai inyuothe mwĩonere mũgũnda. Na mũgũnda wĩna raithi. Ngirigana rĩa 20. Ũkagĩa na ũikaro. Ndume kũu ũrĩ gũkombora. Ndũke mũgũnda wĩonere.
Tuseme mimi